When does illegal immigration become a problem? Does the fact that today 30% of all federal prison inmates are illegal aliens make this a big issue? How about the fact that today alone, $30 million will be spent to arrest and incarcerate illegal aliens and put them into our federal prison systems? If not that, how about the fact that $90 billion of your hard-earned money this year will go to the direct betterment and care of illegal aliens? If not the monetary side of things, how about the fact that because of these illegal aliens, in the last 5 years, 1,300,000 violent crimes have been committed in your city streets and in our neighborhoods? If not that statistic, what about the fact that 131,000 of the crimes committed by illegal aliens this year will be of the sexual nature? Do any of these numbers have an impact on you? I sure hope so, because whether or not you realize it, they're affecting you, your city, your state, and the ways and workings of our nation. Simply put, illegal immigration is a huge problem that's affecting us in every aspect of life, and it's, for some reason, a problem that's continuously overlooked by our society and our government, and this is something that needs immediate changing. As I've made evident in my brief introduction, illegal immigration is a huge problem. It's affecting us, like I said, in every way, and complacency and apathy is not a viable solution, and much less an option that we can choose to help stop this problem. One of the most obvious ways we can feel the effects of illegal immigration is in our pocketbooks. Every day, Americans are finding themselves without jobs or being forced to work for much less than they have to because of wage suppressions caused by illegal immigrants who are willing to work for much less than the minimum wage. Also, every year, $12 billion is spent on the education of illegal immigrants and their children in the public school system. It causes a huge misappropriation of funding and causes numerous educational drawbacks to our nation's children who have the right to be here and are unfortunately being hindered due to illegal immigration. Also, the Washington Post estimated in 2006 that $45 billion is being sent home in the form of remittances to illegal aliens and their families. These are families that are outside of the United States of America, receiving American currency, worked and earned by those who have no right to be in our country in the first place. Also, aside from the monetary aspect of things, socially we're seeing plenty of problems. In my introduction I talked to you about some of the crimes and how alarming those statistics were. But aside from the rapes, the murders, the assaults, the kidnapping, and the influx of drug problems, we're also seeing many social problems nationally. For example, there's a true lack of ethnic diversity with this increase of illegal immigrants. In my previous speech, I talked to you about the alarming rate. Thousands of people are crossing our nation's borders every day. And according to the BBC and the United States Census Bureau, the Hispanic population has recently overtaken the black community as the largest minority group in the United States, with 1/3 of their population being under the age of 18. When and what is going to stop this problem? And who's to say in 20 years that we, the majority of us in here, the Caucasian community, will no longer be the majority, but rather minority to a population who is coming over and overtaking our land illegally. However, while it's easy to point the finger and blame this problem on the illegal immigrants themselves, with a nation whose borders are as porous as ours, can we honestly blame them? We're not doing anything to stop it that's having much of an effect. Citizen groups like the Minutemen Project, whose numbers fluctuate somewhere around 20,000 strong, and the government-funded Border Patrol attempt to police and monitor our nation's southern border. But as you can see here, it's not having much of an effect, and something else needs to be done. Through my research, I've decided that there are 3 major components in regards to illegal immigration control, and those are deterrence, apprehension, and removal. And each one of these is a symbiotic force that needs immediate attention, strengthening, and funding to do the best job that it can do, and needs to be done to help save our society and our culture. And while these are all things that our government and our nation can and should do, part of this lies, part of the problem and the solution lies in the hands of each and every one of us in the room here today. Apathy and complacency do nothing to help stop this problem, and all it does is allow illegal immigration to flourish and to continue to plague our society. I urge each and every one of you today, when you get home, get your pens and papers, write your congressmen and your senators, and remind them, Title 8, Section 1325 of the U.S. Code clearly states that any citizen from another nation outside of the United States of America who attempts to enter anywhere other than specifically designated by the U.S. Immigration Office, eludes immigration officers, attempts or obtains entry by willfully false misrepresenting themselves or the concealment of a material fact, has committed a federal crime. Why are we ignoring this problem when we don't overlook other problems? We don't overlook drug crimes in the United States. We don't overlook speeding tickets. We don't overlook anything else. on such a grand scale. So why this? You know, this nation is founded on immigration, legal immigration. I myself am a third-generation immigrant, much like many of you in here who I'm sure have plenty of family members that immigrated here legally from other countries, and that's fine. But it is a direct slap in the face to them and their memory of everything they went through to become an American citizen and to call themselves an American citizen and enjoy the benefits entailed to us American citizens. And like I've shown in my speech, illegal immigration is a problem that affects each and every one of us in every aspect of our life. What it comes down to is, what are you willing to do about it?
Stand up.